Today, I'll discuss Shell's Holland Hydrogen 1 project in the Netherlands, Honda's next-generation hydrogen fuel cell breakthrough, and HydrogenPro's electrolyzer deployment in Germany. These projects, while distinct in scope and purpose, are critical pieces in the broader puzzle of hydrogen's adoption across industrial and transportation sectors. By exploring their technological, economic, and policy implications, we'll gain a clearer understanding of where the hydrogen economy is heading and what challenges still need to be addressed. All of this on today's Hydrogen Podcast. The Shell Holland Hydrogen 1 project is one of the most ambitious green hydrogen initiatives in the world and a cornerstone of Europe's broader strategy to develop a clean hydrogen economy. Located in the port of Rotterdam, one of the most critical industrial and logistics hubs in Europe, this facility is positioned to make a significant impact on the future of hydrogen adoption across multiple industries. At the heart of this project is a 200 megawatt electrolyzer, which, when operational, will produce up to 60,000 kilograms of green hydrogen per day. This hydrogen will be used primarily in industrial applications, helping to decarbonize hard-to-abate sectors such as steel manufacturing, refining, and chemical production. By replacing hydrocarbon-based hydrogen with green hydrogen, the project is expected to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by tens of thousands of metric tons per year. From a financial perspective, the significance of this project cannot be overstated. Green hydrogen has long been viewed as a crucial element in the energy transition, but its cost competitiveness has remained a challenge. Today, green hydrogen costs between $4 and $6 per kilogram, largely due to high electrolyzer costs and the price of renewable electricity. However, as economies of scale are achieved and electrolyzer technology advances, costs are projected to fall below $2 per kilogram by 2030. The falling cost curve for green hydrogen is comparable to what we've seen in the solar and wind energy industries over the past 2 decades. In the early 2000s, solar power was considered too expensive to be a viable alternative to hydrocarbons. But with sustained investment, technological improvements, and supportive policies, the cost of solar power has plummeted by over 90% since 2010. The same cost reduction trajectory is expected for green hydrogen, especially as projects like Holland Hydrogen 1 prove that large-scale hydrogen production is feasible. Additionally, Shell's investment in this project reflects a strategic shift within the oil and gas industry. As governments worldwide set ambitious decarbonization targets, traditional energy companies are looking for ways to transition their business models to align with future energy demands. Hydrogen offers a compelling opportunity for these companies to leverage their expertise in large-scale energy projects while meeting climate goals. One of the key advantages of the Holland Hydrogen 1 project is its direct integration with offshore wind energy. The facility will source electricity from a dedicated offshore wind farm, ensuring that the hydrogen produced is truly green, with no carbon emissions associated with its production. This model of co-locating green hydrogen production with renewable energy generation addresses one of the primary criticisms of green hydrogen, namely that its production requires large amounts of electricity, which can create inefficiencies if hydrocarbon-based power is used. Furthermore, the project is part of a broader effort to establish a hydrogen pipeline network across Europe. Shell has partnered with the Dutch government and other stakeholders to develop infrastructure that will enable hydrogen to be transported efficiently from production sites to end users. By integrating hydrogen into existing industrial clusters, the project ensures the demand will be met as soon as production ramps up, mitigating concerns about stranded assets or underutilized capacity. Another crucial aspect of infrastructure development is hydrogen storage. Unlike natural gas, hydrogen has a lower energy density, making large-scale storage more challenging. The Netherlands has been exploring salt cavern storage solutions, which could provide a reliable way to store surplus hydrogen for use when renewable electricity generation is low. By incorporating storage solutions into the broader hydrogen ecosystem, projects like Holland Hydrogen 1 can help address intermittency issues associated with renewables. The European Union has set an ambitious target of producing 10 million tons of renewable hydrogen annually by 2030. Backed by the European Green Deal and the Fit for 55 policy package, this policy framework includes subsidies, tax incentives, and regulatory support to accelerate the deployment of hydrogen infrastructure. Shell's decision to move forward with Holland Hydrogen 1 is partially influenced by these policy incentives. The Dutch government has committed significant funding to hydrogen research and development, including grants for electrolyzer projects and tax credits for companies investing in hydrogen technologies. Additionally, the EU's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, or CBAM, is expected to drive demand for low-carbon alternatives in industrial sectors, further enhancing the economic viability of green hydrogen. The emergence of carbon pricing mechanisms is another factor that strengthens the business case for hydrogen. The EU Emissions Trading System, or ETS, has been tightening its cap on carbon emissions, driving up the cost of carbon allowances. As carbon prices continue to rise, industries that rely on hydrocarbon-based hydrogen will face incremental financial pressures to switch to green alternatives. This dynamic creates a market-driven incentive for companies to adopt hydrogen at scale. The Holland Hydrogen 1 project serves as a model for other regions looking to develop large-scale hydrogen production. Countries such as the US, Australia, and Japan are all investing heavily in hydrogen infrastructure, and lessons from this project will be valuable in guiding future developments. In the context of global trade, the success of Holland Hydrogen 1 could also influence international hydrogen markets. The EU is exploring the creation of a hydrogen import market where green hydrogen produced in regions with abundant renewable energy, such as North Africa and the Middle East, could be transported to Europe. This could create a new dynamic in global energy trade, similar to how LNG markets have been developing over the last few decades. The Shell Holland Hydrogen 1 project is more than just a single facility. It represents a transformative step in the global hydrogen economy. By demonstrating the feasibility of large-scale green hydrogen production, it sets a precedent for future projects worldwide. With the continued advancements in electrolyzer technology, falling renewable energy costs, and supportive policy frameworks, green hydrogen is on track to become a key pillar of the clean energy transition. Next, one of the most significant barriers to widespread hydrogen adoption has been the high cost of fuel cell technology. Historically, hydrogen fuel cells have been expensive to produce due to their reliance on precious metals such as platinum and their complex manufacturing process. Honda's latest innovation in fuel cell technology represents a major step forward in addressing these challenges while also improving performance. At the core of Honda's breakthrough is a redesigned fuel cell stack that not only delivers more power, but also costs 50% less to produce compared to previous generations. This cost reduction has also been achieved through several key innovations, including more efficient use of platinum, improved membrane materials, and streamlined manufacturing techniques. To put this into perspective, traditional hydrogen fuel cells have been priced significantly higher than internal combustion engines, making it difficult for hydrogen-powered vehicles to compete with gasoline, diesel, or even battery electric alternatives. By cutting production costs in half, Honda is making fuel cell vehicles a more viable option for both consumers and commercial fleet operators. Performance improvements are equally critical to making hydrogen fuel cells more attractive. Honda's new fuel cell stack offers higher power density, meaning that vehicles can achieve longer driving ranges without increasing their size or weight of the fuel cell system. For commercial applications such as Class 8 trucks, this translates into greater efficiency, lower operating costs, and improved reliability, key factors for companies considering the transition to hydrogen-powered fleets. The economic implications of Honda's advancements extends beyond vehicle production. A major challenge for hydrogen adoption in transportation has been the cost of fuel. In many regions, hydrogen prices remain in the $10 to $16 per kilogram range, making it considerably more expensive than diesel. However, as fuel cell vehicles become more cost-effective and production scales up, hydrogen demand is expected to rise, driving infrastructure investments and bringing fuel costs down. With green hydrogen projected to fall below $2 per kilogram in the coming years, this technology could soon become competitive with diesel in terms of total cost of ownership. Beyond transportation, Honda's fuel cell technology could have implications in stationary power generation, backup energy systems, and industrial processes. The ability to generate clean electricity from hydrogen on-site presents opportunities for businesses looking to reduce their carbon footprint while ensuring energy reliability. This diversification of fuel cell applications enhances the overall economic viability of hydrogen as an energy carrier. In the broader context of the hydrogen economy, Honda's breakthrough serves as a reminder that technological innovation is key to overcoming cost barriers and accelerating adoption. As companies continue to refine hydrogen production, distribution, and utilization technologies, the economic case for hydrogen will become increasingly compelling. And lastly, Germany has been at the forefront of hydrogen investment, recognizing its potential to play a crucial role in the country's energy transition. HydrogenPro's recent contract to supply electrolyzer equipment for a German hydrogen production facility highlights the continued momentum behind large-scale hydrogen initiatives. Electrolyzers are at the heart of green hydrogen production. Using electricity to split water into hydrogen and oxygen, the efficiency and cost-effectiveness of these systems directly impact the price of green hydrogen and its ability to compete with low-carbon hydrogen alternatives. HydrogenPro's deployment in Germany is significant because it represents another step towards scaling up hydrogen production to levels that can support widespread industrial and transportation applications. Germany's hydrogen strategy is ambitious, with a target of producing 10 million tons of renewable hydrogen annually by 2030. This requires significant investments in electrolyzer capacity, infrastructure, and storage solutions. HydrogenPro's technology is expected to contribute to this goal by improving the efficiency of hydrogen production while reducing costs. And from an investment standpoint, Germany's focus on hydrogen infrastructure presents significant opportunities. Companies involved in electrolyzer manufacturing, hydrogen storage, and pipeline development stand to benefit from increased demand. At the same time, policymakers will need to ensure that subsidies and incentives remain in place to support the transition while maintaining economic competitiveness. HydrogenPro's involvement in Germany's hydrogen expansion demonstrates the country's commitment to building a robust hydrogen economy. As other nations are looking to develop their own hydrogen strategies, Germany's approach serves as a valuable case study in balancing technology development, policy support, and market economics. All right, that's it for me, everyone. If you have a second, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a good review on whatever platform it is that you listen to. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, whatever it is. That would be a tremendous help to the show. And as always, if you have any feedback, you're welcome to email me directly at info@thehydrogenpodcast.com. So until next time, keep your eyes up and honor one another.